Good morning, everybody. And before we get started, let me say y'all better have some topics of conversation this morning because I have nothing. Unless you want to talk about Oliver for an hour. So, who all's in here? Mr. Bumcrack, good morning, sir. Good morning, Miss Ping. Good morning, Miss Hank. Good morning, John. Oh, it's been good morning, Lag. It's been a week. It's been a week. Not a bad situation, but just busy. Hope everybody's having a great day, a great week. They're getting some sales. Good morning, Vintage. How are you doing today? I'm going to post a link in case anybody wants to give it a go to join in here on this fun show. Okay. Oliver Francisco Hux, 8 pounds, 13 ounces, 21 inches long. Mother and son are doing well. Father is going to stress himself out worrying about stuff. They're all at home. Oliver had a doctor's appointment yesterday. He's doing good, except he's not eating right or eating enough. So they're supplementing with formula. So everything's good on that end. And yes, I have changed him. He was both muddy and wet, and he does not like to be changed. You'd swear you were sticking him with a hot poker. He's got some lungs on him, even though it's that little squeaky, little voice right now. So it's been fun. Cause see, I did not have any of that with the boys. Sergey was 10 months old, and the twins were 2.5. So Roberta and I didn't get to do any of the infant stuff. So that's been an experience for me. And just in case, some of y'all decided that y'all were wanting to have another child, you know, always it was always been said that the fire department or the police department will help you put your car seats in. Well, they don't do that anymore because the liability of it. So Vanya's is in good. I checked it, but I just thought that was funny that they don't do that anymore. Um, Good morning, Jake again. Jake was in the behind the scenes a minute ago. Yeah, he's always been a little high strung, my son, but he'll be okay. They're kind of getting things are kind of settling down now, and he'll be okay. But I did reinforce the fact that I told him, I said, okay, I'm not taking that. We have a pack and play pen with it's got the changing table and a bassinet that you click down into it. I told him I wasn't taking that thing apart until the grandchildren were done with. So 2 years, I better have a granddaughter going in there or another grandson because I'm not taking it down because that sucker took me forever to get it put together. Yeah, let's see, they're all for like 8 or 10 weeks, and so they're working. They're getting a schedule together, and the doctor told them how they needed, suggested how they should do it, and so that's all of that. They're doing good. And he is so sweet. If you remember my Facebook group, or my Facebook page. There's been pictures of him posted over there. So he takes after his grandpa here. He's good looking as all get out. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he knows, John. He knows. So he does like to ride. Oliver does like to ride in the car. He doesn't like He doesn't like stopping. He likes going. So, because coming from the hospital to their house, they had to come down Independence Boulevard, which is real busy. And he was happy when they were moving, but not so much when they stopped. But then again, his grumpy old grandpa is the same way too. And it seemed like everybody and their brother was getting on my last good nerve with their driving yesterday. People don't know stop signs and red lights mean you're supposed to quit moving. Oh, Lord, have mercy. So, what's been going on with y'all? Yeah, I popped in on Scott's show yesterday for a few minutes. Anything exciting? Everybody making their millions of dollars by the end of the year? Yeah, Hank, it is a war zone. I mean, people running through just, was it not red enough for them? Running through red lights. They just about hit me. This one guy in a Escalade just about hit me and this other car yesterday. Hank, are you moving? Did I hear you say something about you were moving? You moving over to Alabama with Scott? Yeah, I don't know. People just can't seem to drive. And in North Carolina, I don't know about your state, but in North Carolina, new drivers, teenage drivers, they had to log 12 hours of driving, and four of it had to be in at night. Well, our new governor has done away with that. Oh, okay. Hank, you just need to. I thought you said something about you were going to move. Good morning, Mike. How are you? Looking at Georgia property as well because got a lot of work up there. Oh, cool. Very good. Yeah, John. I think they're just unless you're doing 100 in a 55, they don't even turn on their light. Well, you don't know that. Good morning, Mike. It's good to see you. You need to. You don't know that. You might go up there and build you a big old colonial mansion, Hank, and go out on the balcony, the veranda, and drink mint juleps while Mr. Hank is out there working his butt off. Oh, Lord have mercy. So, what's been going on with you folks? Got to work with me here this morning because I actually have nothing. Nothing. Good morning, Texas. Uh, Because Todd is drinking his way across Ireland right now. So, got on. Scott hadn't got out of bed yet. Jake's young. He's out fixing issues from tenants, so he's up. Yeah, you had some surgery, didn't you? Um, I know you had surgery. I can't remember what it was. My not mind isn't just kind of a blur. Silver Hair Stacker, what are you doing out here? You're supposed to be at a pub having, well, a lukewarm one. I starts that cold one, a lukewarm one with some bangers and hash or something like that. I like that. I like that ring that you bought your bride. What did she have to promise you to get you to come off the hip for that thing? Oh, okay. You're on a ferry crossing the River Shannon. The River Shannon. Well, he's on a different type of boat this time, Lag. He's not on a cruise. Scott, have you checked? Scott, Todd, have you checked eBay since you've been gone? You got like 100 things waiting on you to ship when you get back. The silver hair sailor. That's him. Oh, your grandparents were from Ireland, Texas. Lag wants to see the boat, Uncle Todd. And hey, Gwen, if you're listening. Okay. Any good finds? Lag, that's your question. Any good finds? You canceled 19 orders because they didn't want to wait? Wow, Todd. That stinks. Sales from what, Lag? I actually have stuff on my desk I'm going to try and get listed today. And I got some junk. I bought from on high bids. I bought some binoculars because we always say we need a pair of binoculars when we go on cruise. So I've actually bought a pair, which there's two pairs in there, so I'm going to sell one of them. And uh, and then since I was gonna make the trip over there, I threw some little bids out, and I got a bunch of pins like that, which these are 30 Super Bowl 38, which is with the Patriots and the Panthers. And there's some that I couldn't see the print on last night because it was so damn dark, like this. If I can get it to focus, there it is. Things like that. And then a bunch of these. This guy must have been, these are Olympic pins. So I'm gonna probably lot the Olympic pins up and the Super Bowl pins up, And then I got some little pens like these NCMB, which was North Carolina National Bank for those that don't know, which is the predecessor to First Union, Nations Bank, and Bank of America. Yeah. And I have, boy, this thing is just not wanting to work this morning. Some couple Starbucks mugs, and then I've got a couple of cat mugs that you wouldn't think they would go for much money, but actually these do. These are supposed to be collectibles. So it's not a whole lot, but it's something. So I'm gonna try and get all this listed today. And then all these, there's a bunch of mugs that's not worth nothing, and I don't, they must have just used it to clean out the house. They're going to go to, um, um, they're going to Goodwill. The stuff that doesn't sell for anything is going to Goodwill. I think this guy must have worked for Bank, or this person, he or she must have worked for Bank of America, or and the Nations Bank. Well, yeah, all of the stuff that I think I will be keeping, or that I'll be listing is, um, can go in one box. I did. Excuse me. They did have a bunch of DVDs, like a dozen bankers boxes full of DVDs, and I came into this right at the end of the auction, and so it had like a bid of $10 on it. And since Scott's been having such good luck with DVDs, and he gave me a chance to try out Easy Lister, I threw a $25 bid out there. And it went from my $25 bid, because it bids it up to my max. It went from it to $300, and that's when I quit. That's when I quit watching it. So, no, actually, it's the weather. Well, good, Ping. And believe me, I still have other stuff to list too. Everybody has that problem. Yeah, Ping was having issues trying to get it to work right. Yeah, lag. Give me a break today, son. Give me a break. Yesterday I mentioned Eureka, lag. Have you ever watched that? Did you go look it out, look at the basement, or look at the science facility? I think you would be more level 5. That's level 5 is where all the extra secure crazy shit goes on. Oops, excuse me. I said a bad word. I'm trying not to say bad words. Um, because I don't want my toddler walking around saying, F you and kiss my bottom and that kind of stuff. Because he will get it torn up. And then after he finished, Zsa Zsa finishes tearing his butt up, then she's going to come after me. So I got to stop. Good morning, Julie. He is a cutie pie. He is a cutie pie. And he's been good. He's been really, he, I mean, he's 5 days old. How bad can they be? Okay, good. I don't know, John, but if it does what they say it does, it you should be able to breeze right through them because they'll only be front and back. You probably have to tweak it a little bit. Up for up for sale is a 1973 Life magazine. The cover is in excellent condition with minor roughness around the edges. So, it'll write you some descriptions. I don't know how it does it. I want will it pull text off of the front of the magazine? It's like what the highlight, the main subject of the episode of the edition is. I mean, to me that looks like that, especially with you doing magazines, where it's going to have multiple subjects listed on the front. But Ping's been using it less easier, and she seems to be doing a good job with it. So, well done, Ping. And I really liked her giving um, her opinion of it because Scott's drank the Kool-Aid. Absolutely, John. There you go. Excellent. That's it. Made from the finest wood pulp. Oh, there's Pink. Hey, Pink. Okay, we're not.
Oh, there we go.
There you are. Oh, go back to what you were doing. There you are.
Yeah, I see me.
Okay, there you are.
Yeah.
So Josh helped you get your camera ready, going.
Yes, yes. Okay, this program, you take your pictures, then you're supposed to select all,
Right.
and then you mouse click, save as, and then you navigate to your hard drive and you put where you want to put the pictures, and it saves them. Well, the mouse click wasn't working. Right click, left click, nothing was happening. And I was having a hard time even closing the program. So I did that. Oh my God. That series of 10 photos took the front back 3 times and nothing was working. And nobody could give me another link or another way to save. I mean, there's got to be some hotkeys or something.
Right.
Yeah. So I tried Alt S, Control S, whatever. Anyway, nothing was happening. So I sent Josh a message, which he replied to and says, there is something called camera roll. To go look there. Well, I know I have seen that on my phone, but I'm using a computer, and there is no such thing as a camera roll in the area on my hard drive. It's just the photos. So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, what's this gallery thing? So I click on it, and lo and behold, there are my pictures. So I said, alrighty. So evidently, every time I click on the camera icon, it took a picture. And I thought, when I was watching a YouTube video, the guy had said, don't forget you need to save those pictures, otherwise they go away. So I thought that clicking that mouse click was working because it worked for 6 days. Then all of a sudden it didn't work anymore. But sure enough, if I click on that gallery, there are all my pictures. So, okay, so I go to listings here. I click my 10 photos, well, not 20 photos. I go ahead and upload them, and it's working fine.
Well,
Now,
good.
the only problem is the program sometimes, well, it can't identify Disney characters very well. You know,
Right.
like Jiminy Cricket. Who doesn't recognize Jiminy Cricket? They just called it the Leprechaun. I thought, oh my God. Okay. And then I've got one with Jessica Rabbit standing in front of a surfboard. This program identified her as Ariel, a little mermaid. Okay. Maybe
Okay.
because of the red hair. But but at the top of the surfboard, her name is printed Jessica.
Now, Jessica is the big buxom from Rabbit,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. She's the sexy redhead.
That her and Ariel have nothing in common except they're both female.
Yeah, and they both have red hair. That's
Yeah.
it. But anyway, so
If Ariel was built like Jessica, she would never be able to go underwater. Her flotation devices would be too big.
anyway,
Uh,
and
so you,
sometimes it doesn't pick up the year.
right,
It's misreading the year.
right.
So
Do you
just little things. So I do have to go over the listings before they actually go up.
right,
And even when I do fix things, sometimes it doesn't save my changes. So after they go up, I have to revise them anyway. So he wants me to send screenshots. So, but as this is happening, I don't know it's not going to save.
right,
I guess what I will have to do is save screenshots as I am saving these things,
right.
just in case. So I can show them to them, and they can try and figure out, what's happening.
So you were pleased with, even though you had to make some corrections to it, how fast the stuff went up.
Oh, yes. I'm thoroughly happy with the program. I mean, it's quite intuitive. At the time, there were really no instructions, really,
Right,
except the little bit that I saw from like James or some other resellers
right,
as they were clicking through. I mean, I knew I had to make business policies.
right.
So I did that. That's 3 little things to do. That's not bad. And let me see. I'm thinking. Yeah, that's basically all I had to do in order to use the program. And then I had to figure out, okay, I always take, for these pins, I only need 2 photos.
Right,
But if you're listing a variety of things, you can have different pictures. And there is a setting where you can go ahead and click these 2, these 3, these 4, these 5, and it will put them up that way.
oh, okay.
Otherwise, if you only need 2 for everything, you can put 2, and it will automatically take, your pictures and put them in as a listing for every two pictures.
Right.
And
Now
then
that's all. That's that bazillion collector pins you've got, right?
yes, yes. And I'm slowly putting a dent into it. I am saving these. Let me show you. This is my new ones that I'm going to be putting up. I have these boxes. Can you see them?
Hold it right there. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, these are my friend loved Velveeta. So these are the boxes that Velveeta came in, and I saved them. I mean, he lived here for 20 years, ate a lot of Velveeta, I'll tell you. So I've got a bunch of these boxes, and they fit pins in here. See, that's my next batch to put up. And so I have them numbered. I have, let me see, up to 7 of them right now. So,
Wow.
yeah, every day I'm putting up a box.
Well,
So,
that's good.
yeah,
When you held that box up, I said, "Dang!" I thought to myself, "Dang, that looks like a Velveeta box,"
yep, that
and it
is.
was.
It was. Yeah, perfect size.
Because I make a couple of things that use Velveeta cheese in it,
Uh huh.
so I keep some in the fridge all the time.
Yeah. No, we always had Velveeta, and it's expensive now.
Yeah, it is.
It's like $8 to $9 for a 2 pound box of Velveeta. I'm glad I don't eat Velveeta. Jeez.
Well, you probably remember. Remember the government cheese from the like '80s?
I've heard of people talking about it. They
Okay,
love that stuff.
they loved it. It was Velveeta
Yeah. Oh, it really
because my best friend, one of my well, Fant was my best friend in high school. He his mom and dad ran. They were directors of a boys' home,
uh huh.
and so they would get a truckload of this cheese in, this government cheese, for the boys.
Hmm.
And Mrs. Steele was always going, I can't feed them all of this stuff. It'll clog their arteries and constipation and everything else. So, and it was in the little, well, they were like maybe twice as wide and maybe a third longer block than a Velveeta cheese. And
Oh.
so I would go over there I'd go over there to visit, and she'd say, "Here, take a couple of these home to your mother." And I would say, "We don't eat that much cheese." And my mom she didn't make macaroni and cheese from a box. She made it from scratch.
Hmm.
And she said, "Well, give it to the neighbors." She says, I'll have another shipment coming in next week." So it tasted just like Velveeta.
Hmm.
Government cheese was not Velveeta. Yeah, but it tastes like it.
Well, I remember my mother giving it away,
Yeah.
because Chinese people don't ordinarily eat cheese, you know. So,
My daughter in law, the baby mama, she, let's see, she was still in the hospital, wasn't she? When she wanted the sushi.
mm,
And she wanted me to, we were going out and getting her food and whatnot. She said, "Could I get some sushi?" And she told me where it was. It's called a Mr. Tokyo. And she, everything would set you on fire. It was so spicy. And
mm,
she was just eating that stuff like it was nothing. And so I guess that's why Oliver's got red hair. All
oh,
that spicy.
well, I like sushi, but not spicy sushi.
I can't eat that kind of stuff anymore. The hot stuff.
Uh huh. Yeah.
I could when I was young, but I can't now.
Well, I never did. I like my stuff pretty bland.
No, I like a little spice to it, but I don't. I can't eat it like I used to could eat. like jalapenos and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. I just can't take the really hot ones. I can't eat that anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, what else is there to talk about?
I don't know. There's, like I said, I have not. I went and got this stuff Sunday. That was another thing about this pickup. They had the pickup on Sunday. So we get there. I get there to pick this stuff up, and the pens I paid like $3 for. The cups I paid like $4 for. Um, I get there, and they've got everything in one room because the construction people decided to come a day earlier, and they were ripping out walls and all this kind
Ooh.
of stuff. So the estate, the people from that were having the auction, they were losing their mind because they were trying to get stuff together and keep it everybody's lots together,
Mm.
and that just wasn't going. They just they were just having a lot of times and a lot of problems. And she talked to the people that she was working for, and they're like, "Well, they're not supposed to be there to Monday. Tell them to stop." And she's like, "That's not my job to tell them to stop because I'm not. They're not working for me." So anyway, they ended up as I was leaving, they were bringing stuff down. It was on the third floor too. They were bringing everything down to like a common area on the first floor because everybody had to pick up their stuff then. So anyhow, it was weird. Sunday pickup. Only like food that will melt your face. Oh, you like really hot food too?
Hey, Lag, I did not eat the Velveeta.
It's I make a dip with it.
Mm.
It's with ground beef and the Velveeta and cream cheese and canned chili without beans. It's good with chips. Uh,
Hmm.
Tostitos, those kind of chips. So, how have you had a lot of sales since you started listing with Listia?
Oh yes, and lots of watchers. The other day I looked and 18. I had 18 watchers. So I am not sending out offers because these have been gone for years. So I figured, you know, if they want them, they're gonna pay. And I sent like I think four or six, maybe six orders. Some I on the Jessica Rabbit, somebody bought both. So
Wow.
it was $42 for two little pins.
Bridget, if you are listening, you need to reach out to Ping and
Why?
get her because Bridget clicks everything Disney.
Oh, does she?
Oh yeah,
Ah.
she does. It's she
I
has
know one of these resellers was collects Tower of Terror items. So anytime I ran across them, I would let him know.
well, that's what you do.
Yeah, you know.
People collect that stuff. Uh, only like food that won't melt your face. Yeah. No, we're not going to do melt in your face. That's just too hot. I can't stand that. I'll be up all night. I'm already up all night as it is. So, Lag, what was your big item you sold this week so far? That industrial 3D printer for $27,000? Because he always sells big stuff.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I found about once you put your pictures up on List Easy, well, once you have List Easier, put your pictures up on eBay,
Right.
you cannot edit the photo. I there was one picture I forgot to rotate.
Uh-huh.
Nope, can't rotate. And then I had another picture that looked real dark. I wanted to lighten it up. Oh, can't do that either.
You couldn't do it with editing it with eBay?
No. Once it's up, no, you cannot. It's
Oh.
because of where the photo Josh explained it about the photos. Uh it's about where they're residing or what. I'm not sure why. But you cannot rotate, you cannot lighten, you cannot do anything with it. I mean, if you want to do anything, I think you have to take it down and then re-upload it to list easier,
Right.
something like that. But the editing they have doesn't have anything to lighten the picture.
You talking about list easier or
Yes. Yeah, once the picture goes up, all you can do is rotate. Oh, let me try to see. Rotate. You can put it in the trash. Uh, there's like 4 buttons. Okay,
right?
2 of them are rotate. You know, rotate this way,
Right.
rotate that way. Trash. Can't remember. But there's no lightening lightening the photo.
So you
So
have to do all of that before you upload
yeah,
it.
I have to figure out how to do that. You know.
Nice lag of 1.3K. That's not bad at all. Unless you paid 1.2 for it. um, well, I'm glad you getting it worked out, and Josh is being real, you know, real helpful for you. And there's probably still some things that they're working, they're trying to figure out too from their end, and
Yeah.
because that's what beta testing's about. Is this is not beta, but when you're beta testing, like in games, gamers will find things that the developers won't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was playing this one game, and I found several cheats in it that were not like I was not typing in a code to cheat. It was just like I could pass. There was a certain wall I could pass through, and then come back out of, and that wasn't supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But when they were developing it, there was a door there for the developers to be able to go into the other room to look at stuff in there, and they just forgot to take it out. So, it'll take a little bit for them to
Mm-hmm.
get all the bugs and
Yeah.
not bugs, but
Yeah.
getting things straightened out for the end user to understand what's going on.
Well, I understand James helped them a lot in
Yeah,
when they
because he was
first.
putting up a lot of them, a lot
Yeah.
of listings.
Yeah.
Um, Everybody said it's been a little slow this week.
Mm.
Lag. So it's just not you. I couldn't tell you. I've been preoccupied.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's going to be a Disney vacation in the near future. Not real soon, but so I need to get some stuff listed and sold to start paying for $100,000 to take a kid to Disney.
Mm.
Uh, so I got to get back into it. I got a bunch of stuff I need to get out of here, cleared out. Pussycat. These people clicked it all kind for the auction, and from looking through the auction, they had all kinds of collections. It's we were going over to my son and daughter-in-law's house, and I said this yesterday on Scott's channel. So if I'm repeating it once again, I'm repeating something. Um, we're driving down the road, and Roberta goes, "Oh, there's the Benz. It's not a Goodwill Benz. It's a third-party bin kind of thing." And I just said, "What?" And she said, "Angela was talking about she likes to go to that Benz and pick it. She picked up a few things from it." And I said, well, I've never heard her mention it. And Roberta's probably thinking, good. Uh, so if I should happen to go out sourcing, because I think she said on Wednesday everything's a quarter.
Whoa.
Which everything, yeah, I mean, most of that stuff has already been picked through, but sometimes there's stuff for a quarter or parts of something for a quarter that's worth more than a quarter. But how about everybody else? We know, and Todd said he couldn't get into the show.
Oh, he
You
couldn't.
Yeah, you got to have a strong. I don't know what it is about EV Mux, but you have to have a strong
Mm,
Wi-Fi signal to get into it. And if he's trying to do it on his phone through a
yeah.
telephone service over there, then it's probably not working out good. Good morning, Mr. Sadie. What's up? Oh, Lord have mercy. How are things going over there, Mr. Sadie? You got the youngins, you got the children's all organized this morning? Everything's running like a well-oiled machine? Bless his heart, he has to deal with all of them. You need to have your ringtone on your phone when they call from the office. It says smoking. The song "Smoking in the" what's that? Smoking in the boys' bathroom. Okay, is there anybody still with us?
Yeah. I see it says 21 watching on my screen.
They're all asleep. All good, Mr. Sadie. Good. I'm glad to hear that. They Jake, when Jake and I was talking before behind the scenes, he has on a vest. What do you call them? The padded, insulated vests, and because he said it was like 46 degrees where he's at this morning, and he's not that very far away from me. Let's see. What does Mr. Texas Bandit say? The local Amazon return bin is cherry picking his merch before he puts it out and has started putting up stuff on shelves at eBay prices. I don't buy off the walls. Ben's table's getting thin. Yeah, well, I understand why he's doing that, but he's got to remember if people can't find anything, they're going to quit coming in and they're not going to be buying the stuff off the walls.
That's right. I've been to a couple and no, I don't find anything worth anything.
Right.
Although I did get my keyboard that I like.
You got a keyboard?
Yeah, I got one for $3. And I found out later it's a gaming keyboard. I couldn't figure out why it has all these colors. And then
Right.
when I lifted it up and somebody had said, that's a gaming keyboard. So I looked on the back and sure enough, that's what it says.
Roberta likes the ones with the lights, the colored lights beneath the keys.
Yeah, that's what I have. It starts out red, orange, green, purple. I guess it stops at purple.
My computer cabinet has lights in it that change colors, but my keyboard's just a regular old Logic keyboard. Same here in field. They pick all up. Yeah, and like I said, if they always keep putting stuff up and people can't find nothing,
Yeah, they're not
they're
going to.
they're not gonna come.
Yeah.
So they got to be careful about that. Did Anissa sneak in and
I didn't see her.
Okay, I just didn't. I hadn't seen her in here, and I didn't know whether she, if she took that job at the Waffle House or anything like that. Oh Lord, because she's so healthy about her eating. I'm sure she's going to work at a place like Waffle House, which is grease, salt, and more grease.
Mm.
Anybody else got anything they want to talk about? Oh, she's getting her feet did for her new OnlyFoots page. Oh Lord, have mercy! What a wide variety of people for mourning. And Scott, I don't know whether y'all saw his show yesterday or not. The ones that didn't, he keeps selling his tape guns because apparently at that auction that he goes to, everything could be Mr. Sadie, could be. Uh, Apparently anything you leave on the table, they sell. And he left his tape gun on the table at that auction, and he said it's got an $8 bid already. Sorry, I was reading Texas Bandit. You know, I was young. I would have been preteen. My aunt was the secretary for a secretary bookkeeper for a small radio station in Myrtle Beach, and she used to bring us boxes of demo records. And most of they would give them two. Usually they got two copies, and she would bring us a copy, and we would have boxes of those things. And I asked my mom the other day, I said, "Whatever happened to those?" And she said, "I think we left them in Goose Creek before we moved to Rock Hill." And I was thinking, I wonder how many of those demo records would be worth a lot of money now because they were, you know, they went on to become something really big. Mr. Sadie, you listed two items last night. You need to slow down. Yeah, you don't want to overexert yourself, dude. You're going to join the Todd. You list 10 items and you feel like you got to check into the hospital for an IV drip. Who is it? There's no Goodwill Bins in Memphis. Uh, I would think that's a pretty good reason why vintage. I've never been to Memphis. No, I've never been. I was thinking when we went to Missouri, did we go through Memphis? No. I actually have not been. I haven't been further than Knoxville in Tennessee. And the only reason I can remember Knoxville is because we went to the World's Fair. Mr. Sadie's using list slower. Yeah. Well, he's working all day. He's probably tired in the evening. He's got to make sure that he gives the school board their money's worth. Mr. Sadie, are you like a supervisor or anything like that? Or are you the supervisor and the support crew? Oh, are you in Memphis Vintage? I can't ever remember where everybody's from. I need to get me a big old map and put it pins for everybody with their names on it. Do you really? Because I don't buy anything from T. I haven't bought anything from Temu. I've only bought one thing from or one order from Temu, and then I got ticked off because it's so cheap. You know, they can ship from China cheaper, and I can ship to California from here.
Yeah. I have an ad blocker that blocks ads.
There she is. Oh, you went to an SA sale. Okay, that was acceptable. I think it was Texas that said you were getting your feet done for your next OnlyFoots page update. Did you buy anything good? I'll give you a quick recap in a minute, Vanessa. Are you going to be the one that's standing around smoking all the time, huh, Mr. Sadie? Talking on your phone, texting. You don't let somebody else worry about the management part of it. Anessa, real quick before we shut this baby down, both baby and mama doing good. Baby had a doctor's appointment yesterday. They're having to supplement his food with formula because he's losing weight, I think, a little faster than they'd like. And Dad's about to lose his mind because he's just still figuring this out. So they're doing good. She has a doctor's appointment today, so we'll find out later on how that's going went. So everything seems to be good. I know it's just my first one, and I'm just super excited about it. And so anyhow, I think they're on their. We only stayed over there for a couple hours yesterday. They've got their sleep schedule down. No, not cat allergies, because they have a cat too. And he is a big old baby. He will lay on you like there's no tomorrow. No, it's not a sinus infection. It's just this changing temperature. And it looks like it's kind of overcast today, so it looks like it could rain, but they're not calling for rain. And oh, my mom's birthday is today. She's 93. So we're going to go have dinner with her tonight. So I'm going to try and do some listing after I get finished here. Well, first of all, I got to take something from my back because this really bothered me. Um, and because the kids will be busy all day, and she hadn't made me pancakes in years, lag. Just so you know, um, it's gonna be kind of a quiet day here today. Roberta might can think about what she's trying to get accomplished with her work, and so anyway, thanks to everybody for joining in. Sorry, we don't. I'll see if I can try to have something more to talk about than babies on Monday, or tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna do one tomorrow. Not unless somebody's going to come in and help me talk about stuff. Yeah, I know. I should make her pancakes. No, I'll just take her out to the. There's a place called the Rock Hill Diner in Rock Hill, and it's like country cooking, that kind of stuff. I'll just pick her up and take her out for breakfast. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Do some listening. Thank you, Ping, so much for coming in here
Sure.
and sharing your
My
expedition with the or the trip with the list easier, but
Hmm.
you still recommend it.
Oh, yes. It has made listing so much faster. Ordinarily, I wouldn't do this, you know, but the way the program works and the way I can take photos is great.
Well, y'all heard it from the Ping herself. So it's not she's not drank the Kool Aid like Scott has. So we're good to go. So everybody have a great day,
All
and
right.
we will see. We might see you tomorrow. I'll send out a notice otherwise. So have a good one.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.